Peeps has a wide variety of products. I mean, think about it. How many marshmallow variants are there? There's Chicks, Bunnies, Candy Cane, Cotton Candy, Dr. Pepper, Blue Raspberry, Sour Watermelon, Ghosts, Pumpkins, Skulls, Gingerbread Man, Snowmen, Stockings, and Delights, to name a few. And that's not even counting their other non-marshmallow related products like plushies and decor. So is it really even a shock that Peeps and Pepsi collaborated? The first version of Peeps Pepsi we got was all the way back in 2021, but there was a catch. You couldn't buy it in stores or get it through normal means, and only 3,000 of them were made. You had to win a sweepstakes to get your hands on it. And if you ended up being one of the lucky few that won the sweepstakes, you would have gotten a package of 3 mini cans that came with a yellow one, a blue one, and a pink one. The collab ended up being super successful to the point that when they brought it back in 2023, Pepsi talked very positively of it in their press release, writing, 2 years ago, Pepsi x Peeps made its unforgettable debut, becoming one of the most talked about collaborations and pop culture moments of the year. Pepsi x Peeps trended everywhere from Twitter to late night TV and was even sold for hundreds of dollars on the secondary market. The highly anticipated drop, only available for 3,000 fans at the time, intrigued cola drinkers everywhere and drove consumer demand, which is why Pepsi x Peeps have decided to make the relationship status official and deliver the sweet treat to retail shelves nationwide. But with such a good foundation and a lot of hype built up around it, it's kinda odd that the 2023 version, the marketing fell through. The marketing for this stuff was just not here. It was practically non-existent. Because usually when two big companies come together to make a product, they have a huge push for it to try to get out to as many people as possible so they can make more money. I mean, the way most people found out about it was accidentally stumbling across it inside of a Walmart, which is exactly what I did, but that's my experience. Because there's always the chance that somebody out there was just completely bombarded by Peeps and Pepsi's ads the entire time while this thing was going on, and probably sick and tired of the product and absolutely despise it. But from the marketing that did break through was, oh god, journalism slop. I've gotten a chance to try some of the other limited edition Pepsi flavors over the past few months, like apple pie and hot cocoa, and this obviously had a similar vibe. It was marshmallowy, obviously, sweet, obviously, and still had plenty of trademark Pepsi flavor. Basically, it tasted exactly what you're probably imagining when you hear about Peeps and Pepsi. Like they melted down one of those iconic chicks and mixed it with cola. But somehow when I was drinking it, I just couldn't wrap my brain around it. How did they make it taste this way? Why does this exist? Are there actually melted Peeps in here? And also, maybe Lucky Charms marshmallows? The world may never know. They can say marshmallow flavored, but I didn't taste any traditional marshmallows, but rather something more like, I don't know, artificially flavored dried out marshmallows that you find in some cereals. Lucky Charms. After I got past the initial overwhelming fizziness, the first thing that came to my mind was a blue raspberry icy with a hint of something like Windex. That said, the drink is not inherently bad. I know taste is subjective, but if you're craving a traditional cola taste to pair with your hamburger lunch, go for a regular Pepsi or Coke, as this drink tastes like pure, liquefied candy with a seriously artificial aftertaste. Also, yes, both companies are aware that they should have named the soda Peepsy. In a tweet, Pepsi joked that David from Legal squashed that idea. Regardless of what you call it, you should better stock up soon. Peeps x Pepsi will only be here for a limited time. Don't you just love slow news day articles? The drink itself came in a bright, vibrant yellow can. Why does that remind me of the Minion girl?
How every time I see one of these anywhere, I have a meltdown.
Anyways, yes, the can is a vibrant bright yellow, but also has pictures of little Peeps bunnies and chicks on it. They got the Peeps logo, the year that, the drink happened, and of course they have that nice little limited edition to incite that little bit of FOMO in you, making you a little bit more likely to buy the damn thing. Oh yeah, and the box they came in was also, guess what? Bright yellow with Peeps logo and the drink on it, so pretty standard stuff. But it got the job done. Obviously, you probably don't really care about the packaging of the drink, which I get, so allow me to paint a picture inside of your mind to describe how truly dog shit this drink was, how awful it was, and how bad of a decision it truly was to make this thing, because it's honestly a novelty item over an actually good drink. If you ever drank hose water as a kid, you remember that dirty, gritty feel in the water that makes it taste like, dirt? Keep that flavor in the back of your mind. Once you get past the initial dirt taste, you get hit with the marshmallow taste, and it is awful. You get hit with the sugary, super artificial Peeps taste, while at the exact same time, there is a hint, of charred, burnt, scarlet rot levels of nasty marshmallow taste just thrown in there. And finally, at the very end, there's a Pepsi like aftertaste. It's kind of flat, but it's not that bad. All in all, at the end of the day, the drink is mid. It's terrible. It's ass. It's probably about like a 4 out of 10. And that hurts me to say because I love Peeps. Peeps like my favorite candy. It's pain. It's agony. What have you done, Pepsi? You ruined my boy. Now, if you want to try out Peeps Pepsi for yourself, there is one last place on our great blue planet where you can purchase this beloved drink. The last bastion of used shopping. eBay. I picked about 3 listings just to kind of give you a quick estimate on how much, the drink's going to set you back. First listing here is for $18 flat, and you get a 10-pack of mini cans. Remember, these are mini cans, so it's about half the size of a regular can. But the listing here on eBay, this is probably about as close as you're going to get to retail price, unless you find a pretty killer deal. Now, listing 2 here, it's a little bit more expensive, but you get a pretty nice quantity of stuff. For $38, you can get 6 bottles of that good old Peeps drink. And our last listing here for today is $8, and you get a single can of the drink. So if you just want to try 1 can, you don't want to get a whole case, contact this guy. He'll hook you up with a single can, and you can get your hands on that sweet, awful, disgusting, nasty ass drink. And I know you're probably asking yourself, Kat, isn't like the Peeps drink horribly expired? Well, you're right, but hey, listen, if LA Beast can drink a 20-year-old Crystal Pepsi and survive without a scratch, you can survive the Peeps drink. I've been informed to tell you not to drink expired food or liquids. You didn't hear that from me. Don't do that. No, no, no. And if you do end up doing it for whatever reason, it's at your own risk, and you cannot blame me. So again, no expired foods, no expired drinks, none of that. No, no, no. So you see, originally I had a whole different segment planned, but turns out there's not too many people out there that posted reactions of them drinking the Peeps drink, so I'm very limited on what I got. And the guy that I did find, bonus points to him because he agrees with me, is Eats with John, so big ups to him.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that is awful.
So, in conclusion, the drink's garbage. It's awful. If you've had it, you would know it, and if you end up drinking it when it's expired, not that you should, you would find out pretty quickly that it's that bad. But just because the drink was god-awful doesn't mean that the whole collab was terrible. It did bring a little bit of fun and exciting, and not gonna lie, I enjoyed the idea of it. So overall, I think the collab was like a 7 out of 10. It was pretty solid. And finally, it's time for the best part of the video, the end of it. Thank you so much for watching. I have been Kat, and I really appreciate you giving me time out of your day to watch my garbage content. Hopefully you have a good morning or night or anything in between, and enjoy the rest of your time.